everybody, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video in our Jessica Simpson discography journey. As you guys know, last weekend we tackled Irresistible and In This Skin. Today we are listening to her fourth studio album, which is called A Public Affair. It was released on August 26th of 2006 and it hit number 5 on the Billboard 200. So as many of you know, on this journey I am going along and reading Jessica's memoir. Well, was reading. I actually finished it last week before, I think maybe shortly after I finished filming In This Skin, that video, but I finished it. I'm up to date with a lot of, knowing about Jessica, I guess you could say. So the biggest takeaway with A Public Affair is that this is the first album that was released after her divorce with Nick Lachey. As we all know, he came out with his album, What's Left of Me, and now Jessica's here with A Public Affair. But the difference between the two albums is that while Nick's album is entirely about their breakup and their divorce, from what I read in the memoir, this album has nothing really to do with Nick. She wanted to make a fun, happy, album. Her big takeaway with this album is that she collaborates with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis of Janet Jackson fame, Scott Storch, who is all over Paris Hilton's album. It was meant to be a fun, I guess, night out album, if you will, which is interesting to me because this title, A Public Affair, sounds like it would easily be about her divorce, but it ain't. So I'm a little saddened by that, but also I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do. There were a total of 2 singles that were released for this album. The lead single was the title track, A Public Affair, which hit number 14, and the second single was I Belong to Me, which hit number 10 on the Bubbling Under Hot 100 chart. So I think I've said everything I need to say. I'm excited to listen to this one. I feel like I don't really know what to expect. The producers that she has on this has me very intrigued. Very, very intrigued, I should say. Jessica does have a lot of co-writing credits on these tracks, and I think without further ado, the best thing to do is to get started with the album. Now, the first single, or the first song we're listening to, A Public Affair, I will say, was kind of ruined for me in doing my research. I did take note that this song does sample Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and as you can tell by having the boss Miss, wait, I gotta point to it right, the boss Ms. Ross on this channel, we stand Miss Diana Ross. So without further ado, we are gonna listen to A Public Affair. So here we go, track number 1, A Public Affair. I hear it. That's cute. Oh, that's cute. That's cute how it uses it. Okay. Aww. Oh, the cameras come out for A Public Affair. Okay. Okay. Ready, set, go. That's cute. Okay, that was the first song, the title track, A Public Affair, and that was, whoa, okay, that was really cute. I mean, there are so many aspects that we can go into this with. I guess, since we talked about it already, the sample, I think, works really well. With it being an iconic Motown song, it gives this a modern Motown feel, but the sample isn't overused. When it comes out, you're like, oh, okay, it's cute. It's like, aw, aw. Oh, hey, okay, interesting. It's so funny. It's even funnier to think about this in context, but, so at the time, obviously she's divorcing Nick, she's all in the tabloids, all that good stuff, and it was tough, it wasn't easy, but this while this isn't necessarily about, you know, being out in the paparazzi, it seems more like a being out with your girls and, you know, it's a public affair, things like that. There is like a little bit of like lyricism you can take into that paparazzi angle as well too. But what's also interesting with thinking of the paparazzi angle is that this album comes out a year before Britney's Blackout, which is just so different in the way it tackles fame and stardom and all that. This one, well, again, it's not completely about that. It's a celebration. It's a fun little cute celebration. It's very Jessica. This is very Jessica. This feels like a modern day, you know, what's the song from Sweet Kisses? It's by like Final Heartbreak. It has like that kind of vibe to me. The lights, airy. No, well then again, it's not really Final Heartbreak either, but you know what I mean? Like those tracks that are on, what is it? The other one too, I can't remember. I Think I'm in Love with You. It kind of gives me that vibe. Well, this was a nice intro. Something sweet. And I liked it. I like this a lot. Track number 2, You Spin Me Around, parentheses, like a record. Oh, it's You Spin Me Round, not around. Round like a record. Here we go. You're my remedy. When you spin me, baby. Oh. So this samples, what's that song called? Oh. Wait. So is this a cover? Oh. Oh, this is a cover. Okay, so this is where I'm going to need you guys to clear up something for me. So the chorus is, basically it says right here, and this is what it says in Wikipedia and sample credits, You Spin Me Round Like a Record, samples, You Spin Me Round Like a Record, written by Pete Burns, Steve Coy, and Mike Percy, and performed by Dead or Alive. So I'm like, so my thought was, I'm like, is she just covering, or, so is this... So it's not really sampling because it's almost like she's covering it. I mean, if your whole chorus is a song's other chorus and it's literally the same chorus, is it sampling or is it just a cover? Apparently they changed some of the lyrics from what I'm looking at with this Dead or Alive one, but I'm a little taken aback by it because I'm like, what is this? Is this... Because I didn't dislike it. But I'm a little taken aback because later in this album we will talk about her cover of These Boots Are Made for Walking, which, as we know, has a lot from the original and a lot that is brand new. But it still feels like I would still consider it a cover. Is this a cover or is this sampling You Spin Me Round Like a Record? I don't know, because I don't know You Spin Me Around Like a Record all that well. So for now, it's not getting a like, not for really a dislike. I just need you guys to clarify for me what this is, because I'm a little at odds. Track number 3, Boy.
Doesn't really matter what you say. Nothing's gonna stand in my way.
Okay.
Waited for the truth to come out. Needing this boy, breaking my heart,
Okay.
taking my mind, tearing me apart. Needing this boy, breaking me down, using my love, he never hears around.
Oh.
Doesn't really matter what he does, 'cause he knows he's getting my love. Can you be my witness? I'm going crazy, needing this boy, breaking my heart, Cause I'm needing this boy, needing this boy, breaking it down, using my love whenever he's around.
Okay, that was B.O.Y or B.O.Y. Now, we talked a bit about in the beginning how in the memoir she says that this album really isn't about her divorce, but this, come on, this has to be about Nick, especially the chorus, needing this boy, breaking my heart, taking my money, tearing me apart, needing this boy, breaking me down, using my love whenever he's around. In everything I've read, and it's really funny too with the people I work with at work, my boss, Laura, she watched The Newlyweds when it was a thing, and she rewatched it over COVID, and I was telling her about how I was doing this for my channel, and she says in rewatching the show, she realized that how much Nick Lachey was kind of using Jessica in aspects of her life, you know, especially for money, taking her money, tearing her apart, needing this boy, breaking me down, and I'm like, okay, Jessica, we like this little, it's like subtle, but also not subtle at all, which is what I love. Needing this boy. That could have been a single, though. I could have seen this as a single, that's for sure. Track number 4, If You Were Mine. Oh, Tamara Gray has a writing credit on this. Ooh, that was a nice low note. This song is giving me Janet Jackson If vibes, very much so. The chorus is very similar. What you waiting for? That right there, this reminds me of Kylie Minogue Disco Dance or Dance Floor Darling. Okay, you know, it's really funny. If I remember correctly in what I was reading in some of the sources here for this, the album was again produced with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, but this song wasn't written by them. No, where did I see this? Hang on. It says right here, Simpson was inspired by Janet Jackson for the album, which is just so funny to me because this just comes off as, I hate putting it like this, because I did like the song. But it just comes off to me as like the kiddie version of If by Janet Jackson from Janet, period. Which isn't fair because, you know, if she loves Janet that much and she wants to make similar music, how can I blame her? But I wouldn't be lying if the whole time I was thinking, ooh, I could listen to If, which I think is a little more obviously creative. But it was cute, it was fun, it was light, something sweet for the kids. I'll give it a like. It was nice. It was nice, but I would have rather had been listening to If by Janet Jackson. Track number 5, Walkin' Round in a Circle. Oh, I love that breathiness right there. Okay, that was Walking Round in a Circle, and the only thing that really stood out to me with this was something that was in, it's like in the pre-chorus, where is it? Oh, where she says, I never loved the sun until the rain. For some reason, that point of the song really sticks out for me, but everything else just kind of felt, it's a song, you know what it is. It's something supposed to be lighthearted, you know, easy breezy, follow through. But I feel like it kind of outstayed its welcome. It's, if I'm correct, no, it's not the longest song on this album, but it's the longest one we've gotten so far. It's 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and it did not need to be that long. I think it could have been 4 minutes. It just felt like it was literally repeating itself after a while, and maybe that helps live up to the title, but it didn't do anything for me. Track number 6, The Lover in Me.
I myself
Okay.
hostage to thoughts of somebody else, and all the while you have been wishing to love on me. Now the lover in me sees the lover in you, and I'm happy to say that I'm so not afraid.
This reminds me of something.
The lover in me to meet the lover in you, 'cause I see what will be, and the lover in me loves you. Past is just that, leave it where it's at. I want to live in the moment with you.
That was a good vocal, I like that.
Wasted so much time stalling, but now I'm spreading my wings and beginning again. You're my strongest hat. It's so amazing how you're taking me away. Yeah, I'm too far off the road. In me sees the lover in you, and I'm happy to say that I'm so not afraid. You're the lover in me to meet the lover in you, 'cause I see what will be. I'm the lover in me. The lover in me sees the lover in you, and I'm happy to say that I'm so not afraid. You're the lover in me to meet the lover in you, 'cause I see what will be. I'm the lover in me. The lover in me sees the lover in you, and I'm happy to say.
That was The Lover in Me, and I wish I could have liked this one a little more than I did. This one, again, felt a little repetitive, and it felt like the verses and the chorus were two different songs. And then, I don't know if this is just me, but when we kind of got to the almost take us to church moment towards the end of the song, I didn't realize we were headed there. And so when that happened, I was like, wait, what? And then whoever the featured vocalist is in the back there, I'm not sure who that was, but I'm pretty sure that was not Jessica. It kind of almost made me mad, because had this had been, you know, debut Jessica with that voice, we could have gotten, you know, notes similar to those. Especially when she goes into her head voice a little bit there. I would have been like, oh, I could have definitely seen, you know, her doing that, but And this one just, the lover in me sees the lover in you. I don't know, that was a little too corny for my liking. I didn't like this one. Track number 7, Swing With Me. What a title.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
Okay.
Swing with me, baby. Rhythm's got me crazy. Swing with me, baby. Dance with me, baby. Baby, let's start to swing.
Okay.
Why you twisting me? Shuffle brought to your knees. Work those hands, stop ruffling. Body up close to me. Steam it up, can you feel the friction?
Okay.
My hips, baby, let me please get. Sounds the heat coming from the kitchen. Turn you on like an open breeze, baby. Rev it up when I turn the key. Normally I like to take it, but baby tonight just swing with me. Swing with me, baby. Rhythm's got me crazy. Shake it for me, honey. Work it like you want me. Bass the flow, the moon vibrating straight through my hips, and I stop gyrating.
Gyrating.
Swing with me, baby. Dance with me, baby. Normally I like to tease, but baby tonight just swing with me. Swing with me, baby. Rhythm's got me crazy. Shake it for me, honey. Work it like you want me. Bass
Oh no. I actually liked it. I thought it was fun, a nice callback to a nice little 50s dance. I'm not sure what the exact dance would be called, but I thought it was fun. Now, what's interesting to me is that that's crazy that these both came out in the same month, but what this sounds to me is like an outtake from Christina Aguilera's Back to Basics, which is, again, I knew released in 2006, but what's even crazier is that Back to Basics was released on August 9th of 2006, and A Public Affair was released on August 26th of 2006, so same month these both came out, and, yeah, that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of that, and it, for some reason, reminds me of the Papi from Britney Spears' Circus, but that doesn't come out for another 2 years. Yeah. Swing with me, baby. Baby. It could almost definitely pass if you almost thought of it as a cover, like from a nice little swing song from back in the day. But as it stands, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I think the chorus could have been a little bigger. But that's probably my only complaint. Other than that, I really did like Swing With Me. Again, very Back to Basics-esque, but fun. Now, speaking of fun, we have track number 8, which is called Push Your Tush. Okay, Jessica. Here we go. Push your tush.
Come and get it! Whoa!
Okay.
Did you hear that cowbell? Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Take it to the floor now, give me a low down. Round here, cowgirls, cowboys, they make noise. Round here, this is honky tonk, baby, gonna get crazy. Round here is what us fun girls like to do. Sipping on cold lemonade, eating up on our favorite food. Y'all grab a partner and just say howdy do.
Well, fine, thank you.
Let me show you something new.
Okay.
All these fun boys wanna see something slick. They make it go tick, 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 tick. Baby's hot down, can get low down.
Okay.
Take it to the floor now, can get low down. Round here, roundhouse, but come on, so quick. You wanna impress a hit. They make it go tick, 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 tick. Come on. Baby's hot down, can get low down. Round here, take it to the floor now, can get low down. Round here, cowgirls, cowboys, they make noise. Round here, yeah. Who's ready, y'all? Yeah.
Oh, we're switching it up. Okay.
Tick, 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 me. Come on! Baby's hot down, can get low down. Round here, take it to the floor now, can get low down. Round here, no push, I won't push this out, yeah. Gyrate and move it across the floor. Tick, 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 then push your tush. Come on, push your tush, push your tush.
Okay, that was Push Your Tush, and if anything can be said, it's fun. It's fun, that's for sure. Oh my God, what a piece. Baby, it's a hoedown. You can get low down. Take it to the floor now. I mean, it's a fun precursor to the fact that her next album is going to be a Christmas album. Or not a Christmas album, a country album. So that says something. Yeah, it's something, that's for sure what this is. It's fun. I think that's the best way to describe it. Track number 9, Back to You.
I was breaking my own heart when I fell for you. I meant to be more man of a lover's taboo. When I let my mind wander, it brings me right back to you.
was Back to You. And again, this is another song that I'm a little disappointed in. I like the concept. I like the idea of, where she's like, let my mind wander, and when it wanders, it just keeps coming back to you. I think that's interesting. But I don't think that the song executes it really well. It kind of gets a little dull after a while. It just, like a few of the other songs, it just feels like it goes on for a lot longer than it needs to. And again, these songs aren't even that long, but this one felt long to me. And there were some vocals that I was like, I know you can do better. And yeah, I don't know, that didn't really work for me. Track number 10, Between You and I. Okay, we have a waltz time here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Between you and I.
Okay.
And the stars that light up the sky. You take me so far away as we journey through tonight. Holding out in brown eyes. All I ever need is you to take this crown. Just lay me down. All I have is you to pull me through this world that I'm in. My love between you and I. Baby, just can't stop loving you. Captivated, so surreal. Drowning inside of your sorrow, so deep. As I'm lying here beside you, infatuated, I'm so weak. All I ever needed was you.
This part reminds me of something too.
Just lay me down. Nothing could get that, baby. I just love when you call me lady. Well, you know.
Okay, what I find most interesting with Between You and I is that this is the longest song on the album. It's almost 5 minutes, and it felt like it justified its length. I actually really did like this one. I think mostly because I'm a sucker for anything in waltz time. Again, this is very Mariah Carey Forever, blessed vibes, but I think that's why it works, is that it feels so intimate because it's a waltz, and it's just, you feel like you're going back and forth. It almost feels like a lullaby. I did like this one. I did feel like this song was between little Jess and me. We were just talking. This one I liked. I thought it was cute, and I'd listen to it again. I definitely would, because I think it's really nice. Track number 11, I Don't Want to Care, which same.
Another girl left so confused, trying to find a way into coming back to you. But you're so undecided, stringing me along. And it hurts just thinking about one day you're here and then you're gone. Nothing to say, won't hesitate. I walk away from you. You weren't there when I was scared. Now that I wanna do is forget about love. So I don't wanna care about love. No, I don't wanna care about us. No, I don't wanna care at all anymore.
Okay.
I can't wait too much. Now this love thing I wish I never felt it before. I don't wanna care. I'm more precious time. Now I can't get it back. So lost and alone, and I can't take feeling like that. Baby, I've had enough. I just wanna move on. Don't wanna look back, 'cause I know I gotta be strong. I don't wanna care about love. So I don't wanna care about love. I don't wanna care about us. I don't wanna care at all anymore. Yeah, I used to wanna care a little bit.
You know, this, in a weird way, I really wish that this had been the title of the album, because I think it really brings forward the theme that I'm getting across here is like she doesn't really want to talk about her breakup, the ending of her marriage. Especially right here is because she does care, but she doesn't want to really. She's stuck in it. So I don't want to care about love. No, I don't want to care about us. I don't want to care at all anymore. I used to only care a little bit, but now I care way too much. Now this love thing, I wish I never felt it before. I don't want to care, so I don't care. I think it's a very indicative of what this album feels like to me. It wants to look at anything but what's happening currently, which is she was in the midst of her divorce. So it's like, I don't know. I liked the song though. I thought it was nice. Again, it really fits. I think it's the through line for the album, if you ask me. Track number 12, Fired Up. And I think this is the one that Scott Storch produced. Yes, it is. Oh my god. This is so Paris Hilton album. I love it. Oh my god. Get fired up. Fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up. That's not it. I think what this song is about is pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna get fired up. This is definitely Paris Hilton 2006 album vibes. Again, it's a Scott Storch production. I mean, oh, so I like it. It makes me think of the Paris album and I like it. It wants me to get crunk. It also reminds me of So Excited from Janet Jackson's 20 Years Old. Oh god, 2006, what a year, man. That got me a little fired up and it was fun. I have to admit, I liked it. Track number 13, Let Him Fly, which is the last track on the standard version of the album. Let Him Fly!
Stupid words of pride. We would take and I go bad, but I already tried all that, so I'm gonna let him fly.
Okay.
Gonna let him fly. Things can move at such a pace. You touch me slow and moves away. Yeah. Just always know how long to stay and when to go. Oh, I'm gonna let him fly.
Let Him Fly, Jessica. I think that's a nice way to end your not completely about the divorce album. She's gonna let him fly. I find it interesting. I like the fact that she said, you know what, we don't need to write a song about this. I already know the song. I love this song. I want to sing this and put it on my record. She's gonna let him fly. This is a good precursor, I think, to some of the country stuff that we'll hear on the next album. I liked it. Okay, now we are on to the bonus tracks. There are only 2 for this album. There is also an extended mix of A Public Affair that was released on some, but we're not going to focus on that today. So for the first bonus track, we have a song called I Belong to Me, which was included on the reissues, and it is written by the one and only Diane Warren, and we love her, so here we go. I Belong to Me. my God.
Give me the big part of you. It's not that I don't wanna have you in my life, baby. It's just you gotta know that it's got to be right, baby. Before I open up my heart to you, don't belong to you. My heart is my possession. I'll be my own reflection. I belong to me. I'm one I have for two. And if you're gonna love me, I'll do. I don't need somebody to come and lead me. I want you to know I'll give all my love, but I'm not giving up my soul. I belong to me. Don't belong to you. My heart is my possession. I'll be my own reflection. I belong to me. Love don't mean changing who you wanna be, who somebody wants you to be. Nobody's got to belong to nobody. I belong to me. I don't belong to you. I belong to me. I'm one I have for two. If you're gonna love me, you should know this, baby.
So, my takeaway is that this is an interesting piece for Diane Warren. It doesn't sound like a Diane Warren song to me. And for some reason, it was the snap clicking thing that I was like, that's Miss Warren? That's you? And something about these lyrics didn't feel quite like Jessica to me, especially after reading her memoir. I mean, like, it's not that I don't want to share my life with you, baby. It's just that I'm the one I need to be true to, baby, and I won't give up me to be a part of you. So I don't know if this is fully devoted to Nick, but it feels like just to anybody in general, like forever, you know? It's not that I don't want to have you in my life. You just gotta know, it's just, you gotta know that it's gotta be right, baby. So maybe it is more about Nick. And it kind of, to me, seemed like a I Don't Need a Man song. And I was like, that is not something that I could see Jessica Simpson singing. Because she seems to be, from in my memoir, someone who is always looking for love. And she's found her love. She's got her kids. She's happy. But as someone who feels more like a Samantha from Sex and the City, that's not the vibe I was yeah. I don't know. Something doesn't add up here for me. And I'm sorry about that. And I find it interesting that they added this on later in the game. But something doesn't add up quite right. Okay, so I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but this is track number 16, These Boots Are Made for Walking, which was a single, and it was on the Dukes of Hazzard soundtrack, the film that Jessica had done right around this time, which I did order from the library so I could check out to see if it's any good. I don't imagine it being that great, but I will watch it. And she also recorded These Boots Are Made for Walking for the soundtrack. This is the first Jessica Simpson song I ever heard. After we listen to it, I'll tell you how I was introduced to it, but I do know this version. It is a cover, you know. We know, but let's do it. These boots are made for walking. Are you ready, Boots? Start walking. Let's go. All right, here we go. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. You can stand. Bye. These boots are made for walking, and I'm just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You believe you said these boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Let those boots walk. on, Boots. Okay, that was her cover of These Boots Are Made for Walking, originally by Nancy Sinatra. One thing I do find interesting is that, like I said, I've heard this cover before, and the way I was introduced to it was through Watch Mojo's Top 10 Worst Covers of All Time. This is on it. Madonna's version of American Pie is on it. That's how I was introduced to it. And I have to say, this is more of a reimagining than a cover if you listen to the original, so that gives it something, you know, to go for it. But I wouldn't be lying if, when I was thinking of this song in my head, I remember liking it more than I did this time. I don't know if it's just because this album hasn't been my favorite, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I remembered I did. Which is weird, but it's fun. It's an iconic song, and I think Jessica's version is nice. Again, she's very in the Britney with the way she starts off, and she's like, "You'll keep saying," like, and I'm like, Miss Simpson, it's highly sexualized, and I know that that's something she's not familiar with, but this is one of the instances where I think the product is good at the end of the day. Okay guys, we just finished Jessica Simpson's 4th studio album, A Public Affair. Now I would like to say I did forget to mention this in the beginning of the video. In a sense, if you want to consider it, this is her 5th album, because in between In This Skin and A Public Affair, she did release a Christmas album, Rejoice, the Christmas album, which we are not reacting to because it is a Christmas album, it is not Christmas, and reacting to Christmas albums, I learned the hard way, is not the most fun thing to do. So if you consider it that a thing, then this is technically her 5th. But because I consider Christmas albums their own separate little entity, this is her 4th in my eyes. And then again, if we take the Jessica album, the gospel album, if you add the Christmas albums and then this is the 4th, 6th, wait, so 4th, it's the 7th album, so I mean, you know, whatever, but yeah, A Public Affair. A Public Affair. I'm actually a little taken aback, guys. From what I was told, this is considered to be Jessica's best album, and no, I don't agree with that any which way, however, at all. Again, the vocals is because I know she could have been such a good vocalist, and the vocals on this album really aren't anything special. There's a couple of good songs on here, but what's really interesting with the reviews that I was looking up, one of the reviews said the exact same thing I said, which I was like, oh my god, I'm a genius. Where is it again? In the reviews, several songs in the album were considered Janet Jackson-like, with If You Were Mine described as combining the lyrics of If and the backing track of When I Think of You. Yeah, there was, I clicked on the what was it, the Rolling Stone review, which says here, and I'm not always one for, you know, the reviews, but I mean, this I think sums up everything I'm saying. Well, no, I don't agree with this. Did Ashley get all the talent on Jessica's big post-divorce settlement? She still sounds like a prissy brat braying, I complete myself and I belong to me. Her answer to Nick Lachey's What's Left of Me. A Public Affair copies Madonna's Holiday. The Lover in Me copies Like a Prayer. The Janet Jackson ripoff, If You Were Mine, combines the lyrics of If with the backing track of When I Think of You. You think, who else could make You Spin Me Around Like a Record sound wholesome? Yeah, this album doesn't come off as very original in its ideas. It feels very generic in most parts, especially, like I said, with If You Were Mine, listen, out of the 14 songs that we listened to today, or no, 15 songs, I only liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm not that enthusiastic about really any of them. I think the best 2 songs are probably A Public Affair and B.O.Y. A Public Affair is the one that uses its sample the best.
In boardrooms and virtual meeting rooms around...
Yeah, so like I said, out of 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of 15, only 9 I really liked. So the ones, like I said, B.O.Y. and A Public Affair, Swing With Me and Push Your Tush were fun. Between You and I Don't Want to Care, Fire It Up and Let Him Fry. Those were all the ones I liked. Everything else, I really don't have much nice things to say. You Spin Me Round Like a Record, it didn't do anything for me. First I put a like next to If You Were Mine, but the more I thought about it, I was like, I'll take... If any day. Walking Around in a Circle, The Lover in Me, Back to You. Again, I'm actually very disappointed in this album because I was told a lot of good things about it, and I just... I don't know. I feel bad. I feel really bad right now, but I don't know, it kind of makes me upset that she didn't want to use something that would have created good material, you know, her divorce, but then again, I guess, you know, after making that material into a TV show, she was done, because the album shines at the stuff that is most about her and her real life. Yeah. You know, it's just sad because it's like we don't really get any really good vocal moments on this. We kind of get, you know, not too greatly written songs. Some are better than others, obviously, but there's nothing here that I'm like, oh my god, so robbed. Yeah. That was a public affair. I think I've said all I can really say, so what do you guys think of A Public Affair? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, Twitter at SalSaysStuff, and TikTok at SalRocha1, and I will see you tomorrow when we tackle Do You Know, the country album, and then on Monday when we tackle Open Book, the EP. So I'll see you guys then. Sorry for how this turned out, but you're gonna have to let me fly. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.